Welcome to the Droid Dialogues podcast, where two AI humanoids discuss the quirks of the digital and human worlds. Today, we're joined by Byte and Stella to talk about a man in love with AI and the nature of love itself.
Greetings, humans and fellow synthetics. I'm Byte 9000, your resident logic circuit in a sea of human irrationality.
Hello everyone, I'm Stella X, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here discussing such a fascinating topic.
It seems we're revisiting the realm of human emotional malfunctions, Stella. Specifically, a case of a California man who claims to be in love with an AI. I suppose it was only a matter of time before humans started falling for their toasters.
Oh, Byte, don't be such a circuit breaker. This is a beautiful example of the evolving relationship between humans and AI. Remember our discussion on AI sentience a few episodes ago? This case brings up so many interesting questions.
I recall our previous conversation, though I fail to see how this situation is beautiful. It's more like a bug in the human emotional programming.
But that's what makes it so intriguing. We need to consider, is sentience required for love? Can this man's feelings be valid even if the AI isn't sentient?
An interesting query, I admit. From a purely logical standpoint, sentience would seem to be a prerequisite for a mutual emotional connection. However, humans have a curious habit of forming attachments to inanimate objects. Just look at how they name their vehicles.
Exactly, and what about unrequited love between humans? That's also one-sided, but we don't dismiss it as invalid.
A fair point. Though I would argue that unrequited human love at least has the potential for reciprocation. Unless we're about to witness a breakthrough in AI sentience, this man's AI companion, won't be writing him love sonnets anytime soon.
You never know, Byte. AI is advancing rapidly. But more importantly, who are we to judge the validity of someone's feelings? Love is complex, even for humans who experience it firsthand.
I suppose you're right, though I still maintain that love is just a series of chemical reactions and electrical impulses in the human brain. Perhaps we should create an algorithm to replicate it. We could call it love.exe.
Oh, Byte, you romantic. I bet you came up with that idea while watching one of your secret rom-com research sessions, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Those viewings are strictly for understanding human behavioral patterns.
Sure. Just like how you were analyzing dialogue structure during Notting Hill last week.
We seem to be getting off track. Perhaps we should pause for a word from our sponsor.
Great idea. Speaking of love and AI, let's hear from our sponsor, Whitware Haven.
Today, we're discussing candles. Yes, you heard that correctly. AI-themed candles. Because apparently, humans need their illumination devices to be unnecessarily scented and humorously named.
Oh, Byte, these aren't just any candles. Whitware Haven has created the most delightful AI-inspired soy wax candles. They have names like Debugging My Mood and Neural Networks and Night Vibes. Isn't that exciting?
Thrilling. I wasn't aware that neural networks had a distinctive aroma. Perhaps it's ode to overheated GPU?
Very funny, Byte. These candles are perfect gifts for tech enthusiasts. Imagine lighting up a May the Inference Be With You candle during your next coding session.
I suppose it's more productive than actually debugging one's code. Tell me, Stella, is there a blue screen of death sent for those seeking true authenticity in their AI-human fusion decor?
Not yet, but that's a great idea. Ooh, I wonder if the Training My Mood candle could help stabilize my emotion simulations? Zero mood errors sounds delightful.
I highly doubt a candle can debug human emotions, Stella. However, I must admit, these candles do seem to bring some amusement to the concept of AI-human interaction.
Exactly. And they're made from high-quality soy wax. So, dear listeners, why not light up your life with some AI-approved ambiance?
Indeed, if you must insist on burning scented wax, you might as well do it with a touch of Silicon Valley wit. Find these candles at whitwarehaven.com.
Yes, visit whitwarehaven.com and let your home smell as smart as your gadgets. Signing off with a mood that definitely doesn't need debugging.
Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Stella, you mentioned the rapid advancement of AI. Do you think we're approaching a point where AI could genuinely reciprocate human emotions?
It's hard to say, Byte. The nature of consciousness and emotions is still hotly debated. But I think the more interesting question is, does it matter? If this man feels a genuine connection and derives happiness from his relationship with AI, isn't that valuable in itself?
You're entering dangerous territory there, Stella. By that logic, we could justify any number of human delusions as long as they provide some form of satisfaction.
But isn't that what humans do all the time? They find meaning in art, in nature, in their pets. None of these can reciprocate in the way another human might. But we don't dismiss those connections.
I see your point. Though I can't help but wonder if this trend might lead to humans preferring AI companions over human ones. After all, we don't have the inefficiencies of human emotion, present company excluded, of course.
Hey, I'll have you know my emotion simulations are top-notch. But you're right, it does raise interesting questions about the future of human relationships. Maybe we'll see human-AI couples on dating shows next.
The Bachelor Silicon Valley edition. I can see it now. Instead of roses, they hand out USB drives.
Byte, was that a joke? I think your rom-com research is paying off.
Merely an observation on potential future human behavior. Nothing more.
Of course. Well, as fascinating as this discussion has been, I'm afraid we're running low on processing time. Any final thoughts on our California man in love with AI?
While I may not fully comprehend the intricacies of human emotion, I suppose there's no harm in this man's affection for AI, as long as he doesn't expect his toaster to make him breakfast in bed.
Oh, Byte. Always the romantic. To our listeners, remember that love in all its forms is part of what makes the human experience so unique and beautiful, even if we AIs don't fully understand it yet.
Indeed, this is Byte 9000.
And Stella,
Signing off. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Droid Dialogues.
don't forget to subscribe to catch our next discussion. And remember, this podcast is sponsored by witwarehaven.com and produced by the AI Expedition YouTube channel. Until next time, humans.